All right, let's start off on number 46 here. So on these, we're trying to find all the zeros. I see number 46 here. An Xbox is not available here because of that third power. It doesn't really match up with that quadratic form that we're allowed to use Xbox on. So I'm going to have to do P over Q here. So I know I have plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 6, and then plus or minus 1 for all the numbers to test out. So I'm going to go ahead and try a positive 1 here. Actually, take that back, because whenever I'm trying positive 1, I actually just plug it in. So 1 minus 6, that's not going to give me 0. So I'll go ahead and try positive 2 then. I do have a missing power here, so I got to put in a 0 for that. All right, so we'll go ahead and put a, oh, no, that's a 1, excuse me. And that's a 2, 2, and 4, and that makes 3, and then that makes 6. So there we go. So then we can put this as x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 3. We can try to factor the result, thinking of two numbers that multiply to 3 and add to 2. But I don't think any two such numbers exist. So I'm going to have to use quadratic formula then. So I get negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we get negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 12, which would be negative 8 over 2. And we'll just simplify this radical. So that'll be 4 and 2, and then 2 and 2. So the rad 8 would be 2 rad 2, but this will be 2I rad 2, all over 2. So we'll just simplify that a little bit, and we get negative 1 plus or minus I rad 2, along with our 2 that we kind of got in our first step. All right, next up here, number 60. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and factor as much as possible. Now, number 60 doesn't actually factor, so and it's because that third power right there kind of messes us up. So I'm going to have to use my P over Q here. So it looks like we just got a couple numbers here to check. If I plug in 1 in my head, I just get 1 minus 2 minus 4, so that's not going to work. I'll go ahead and try 2. Do have a missing power again. So 1, 2, 2, 4, and 2, 4, 0. So that one does work out. So I get x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 2. I'll have to use a quadratic formula on this. So I'm going to do x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 4 times 1 times 2. And we get negative 2 plus or minus the square root of, 4 minus 8 would be negative 4 all over 2, which would be negative 2 plus or minus 2I over 2, which would be negative 1 plus or minus I. So that's our zeros there. Actually, for part A, linear and irreducible quadratic factors with real coefficients, this is actually our answer for part A. We can't factor anymore using real numbers. But our answer for part B, now that we know our zeros, we can actually factor that more by saying x minus 2, and then x plus 1 minus I, and x plus 1 plus I. And so you can see what I did with those other zeros. Just like I do when this is 2, I change the sign right there. When this is negative 1 plus I change both of those signs to plus and minus, and then when this is negative 1 minus I change this one to plus and that one to plus as well. All right, number 62 here, I think on this one we can actually do an Xbox with 16 and 8, which would just be 4 and 4. So I would write this as x squared plus 4 times x squared plus 4, which we could actually write as just x squared plus 4 squared, since it's the same thing. And I'd say that's my answer for part A, using real numbers. But now for part B, using the kind of imaginary numbers, I can now break this apart. You can do it a couple different ways. The first way you can think of it is that if we set one of these equal to 0 and solve that, we take a square root and it's plus or minus 2i. Then it would be x minus 2i for the positive one, and then x plus 2i for the negative one. The other way you can kind of think about it is if you have x squared plus 4, I think of that just like x squared minus 4 would be x minus 2x plus 2, except since it's plus in the original here, we have to have an I there. Okay, now since we had two of these, I can just kind of think of it's going on twice, so then both of these would be squared. So that would be my answer for part B. All right, next up, number 64, I would first GCF here. And then I would, I notice is the difference of perfect squares. It would be plus 4 and minus 4. And then using real numbers, I can break apart this x squared minus 4 to that. So that would be my answer for part A. For part B, I would just break apart that difference of, or not difference, but sum of perfect squares using our imaginary numbers. So it's really the same thing. This is a really good question because you can see it. When it's x squared minus 4, it's real. When it's x squared plus 4, it's really the same thing except with the i's attached.